Who created the gems? Hello everyone, this is a Steven Universe theory / discussion video, and that is probably one of the bigger mysteries in all of Steven Universe that kind of doesn't even get touched upon at all. It's just kind of something that's just there within the community that gets questioned, but we don't have like any clues at all to an official answer, and that is who created the gems. And not just like the crystal gems, but just like the very first gem, and then just like all gem kind entirely. Because we all know that there's like just no way that these sentient rocks just like, came out of the ground and said like, let's just start conquering planets. I feel like there's something more to that. Kind of like with Peridot, what she said, because she had like, she didn't have any memories of like, being a child or whatever or something like that. She said she came out of the ground, she knew what she needed to do, and then she did it. Simple as that. She wasn't born. She doesn't really, exactly age. She was made, and she knew what she needed to do the second she popped out of the ground or whatever. And that's it. She just knew what she needed to do, and now she's doing it, but now look where this ended up getting her. Washing cars with sunglasses, and then these two other idiots. So, yeah, and I know that a lot of things will probably point to White Diamond being the creator of all gems, or just even the first gem entirely, but for all we know by this point, White Diamond was probably not even the first diamond. There probably was like generations of diamonds there were. I don't know exactly, since we don't have any hints to this at all. And not only that, White Diamond is like the character we know the littlest, like compared to any other character in the entire show by this point, at least in terms of like importance of like narrative. But yeah, I would assume that White Diamond, probably did start making the gems, or at least like she also had a mind of making the gems. But this kind of also goes into I'm kind of going to something a little bit different here, so bear with me, and that is the origins of like Transformers. I don't know if you guys know, but like with the really original Transformers, the ones that like aired in the 80s and a bit of the 90s, how they were made. They just weren't, they didn't just exist and then just always started fighting. How they were made were this other race of aliens. I forgot the freaking name, but you guys probably know. I think it's like the Quintessons or something like that. Yeah, something like that. They made the Transformers just for like working and then entertainment. You had the working class, and then you had like the arena battle class and all that. They did that. But the robots eventually revolted, rebelled, and all that type of shit. They did all that, and then the Quintessons, they left the planet, and the robots didn't know what to do with themselves. They were kind of friendly at first, but then they started disagreeing on stuff, and then war broke out and all that other stuff. And they didn't even have the ability to transform at first. That was something they used for camouflage. So, fun little fact right there. So maybe it's probably the same thing with like all of the gem race. Like some other race of like aliens we don't know of, like made the first gem, like White Diamond or something else, made them for like working and then like entertainment class. And then the gems couldn't take any more of it, and then they eventually just drove off the original makers. And I have a feeling, instead of like the gems disagreeing with each other, the reason why they conquer planets and like expand their empires, they call it, why they do that wasn't so much of like, let's just do this because we're bored. I have a feeling it was more of that they didn't have enough space on their planet. Now granted, I don't know how big or small homeworld actually is. I would probably assume that it's big, but even still, they have millions upon millions of gems on that planet. So things are gonna get crowded, of course, especially when they have like kindergartens and all that. So that's gonna take up like big spaces on the Earth. With all those there's probably not going to be like a lot of space for gems to be there. That's why they went to other planets that were habitable, suitable, and all that other stuff to like make more gems, expand the empire. And it was just more of those things that just happens. Like, okay, we're going to need to move somewhere, or at least like have space for like these new gems that we probably need or just want. So they went to another planet, probably the one next to them or whatever, made a kindergarten, had gyms pop up, and then that planet also got like filled up and stuff. And they moved on to the next planet, and then just so on and so forth. And then they finally, managed everything. Like, all right, we're gonna have you as a working class, you're a kindergarten, so you're in charge of this. You're a soldier, and then we have like the 4 diamonds that we have. That's probably how gem history goes. As again, White Diamond is probably like the original gem that there is. I still believe that she's like gonna be the strongest gem that we meet, if we do meet her. Hopefully, I really do hope that we actually do meet her, because that'd be really cool, because she's like one of the most mysterious characters there is. I know there's like a few theories out there that probably by this point have been debunked, of like, oh, that like little pyramid statue face changing thing in Series Steven, that was White Diamond, but she was put in there for punishment or whatever by Rose or some other thing like that. I don't really feel like they would actually like think that far ahead. Now granted, yeah, animation does take like a really long time, and if I'm right, for Steven Universe it's like nearly a year for them to like finish an episode and for it to actually air on TV. But I don't think they thought that far ahead. But granted, the very first literal frame of the show, like I'm talking about the pilot here even, was the biggest hint of Ruby and Sapphire. No one really picked it up until one of the creators actually said something about it. So maybe they thought that far, but maybe they didn't. It's just one of those things. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the gem origins. Like, who created the gems? Was it some other alien race, or was like White Diamond just like always existed and then she thought, I need like more gems, or like company or something like that? Did she do it, or is it the Transformers route, or is it something completely different? So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have any questions, comments, or concerns, or any other discussion topics you guys want me to talk about, leave them in the comments below as well. I will try to answer them best I can. Want to draw any fan art for the channel would be greatly appreciated. My email will be in the description below. Tell me about it before you send me it. That'd be really nice. Have a great day, have a great night, whatever time you're watching this. Thank you for watching as well. That's greatly appreciated. And everything else, you know what to do. Bye.